Well, we had one for, I think we had one once, didn't we have one once and he didn't show up or something like that?
Maybe.
I think there was somebody a long time ago.
Might have been a 1 month or.
Who didn't, I think there was someone a long time ago who never showed up.
All right, so anyway, Will had a sudden retirement, so the office sent Sam Goodman here, who seems to be a very viable candidate because he also has familiarity with the New Haven line, which we've never had before.
Since 1976.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Then you're familiar with it.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, sir.
anyway,
A lot of,
if there's anything that the office can do to move something along in your,
Well,
and you also have Marisol, you know Marisol?
Yes, she's a colleague of mine. The reality is, it really is up to the borough president
Sure.
to assign someone to this position. I am a staff planner. I happen to handle transportation matters for Bronx.
It seems like it's like a no-brainer that he should select you.
But, you know, that's really not my choice. I'm a staff planner as opposed to a manager, and that may have something to do with it. So, you guys can all lobby for me, that'd be great.
I mean, you know,
I mean, I certainly would, I mean, we got a
very good person in Marisol.
Transit Riders Council meeting next week, and we hope we'll see Marisol at it, so we
We'll ask her if she
can
can
talk to her about it and see what.
I mean, is the borough president someone that
Say
you
you were
see on a
here.
regular basis?
I don't see him as a matter of routine, since I don't report to him. I report to James Rouse, who's taken Will's position. And he is my office boss. He would have liked to have come down here as well, but he has a conflict. But as I said, I do know the issues facing Metro North and the Bronx really well. And I had a friend for many years, Todd Descala, I don't know if.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, Todd.
I know
You know Todd?
Yeah,
And before that, Evelyn Lane, does that mean?
Yeah,
anything?
Evelyn Lane worked for us, yeah, she did a
Okay.
bus study and some other things.
So these are two folks, Todd and Evelyn and I all come from Connecticut originally. And so I've known,
Oh,
yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
And I also did at one time, was the executive director of the Westport Transit District in Westport, Connecticut.
Okay.
And we were the first bus system to initiate what we call the commuter service, which was the service that had buses wait at the Saugatuck Station and the Greens Farm Station for trains to come in each evening and bring people to the train each morning. A lot of the services that have since been initiated on Metro North Rail, and particularly in Riverdale, we know of something called the Rail
Rail
Link.
link.
Yeah, really, sure.
That's
Written about the rail link.
that is very similar to what we did in Connecticut.
Very nice. Well,
Todd is at
thank you
New
for
Jersey
being here.
Transit now, isn't he?
Poor guy.
Yeah. Todd is I was thinking, oh, there's a connection we could call.
Now,
So you'll speak to Marisol next week?
yeah,
Assuming
assuming she gets there, and if she doesn't, we'll call.
Well, James is the one you really want to speak to. Marisol and I don't work together. She works in a different section.
So can you give the phone number of James?
Yeah, I'll give it to you right now.
Well, they're the staff people.
Yeah.
Okay,
They'll do the-
sure.
Yeah, you can just, I mean, just you know, you can either give it to me or just email.
I have a name here, Deborah Morrison.
Yeah, that's our administrative assistant.
Okay.
She sends out a lot of the
Okay.
stuff.
All right, so do we have any other old business to talk about? All right, anything on the phone, anybody, Rich or Rhonda or Francis, do you have anything that you'd like to bring up?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, one thing I was gonna raise, the, David Carlucci has a bill that is basically sitting with the governor right now to do the inspections of the grade crossings.
Warren and I attended his press event 2 weeks ago.
And he, you know, it apparently has not officially been transmitted to the governor, but it really is on his desk. You know, it might be a good thing for us to write a respectful letter to the governor asking him to sign the bill. I mean, it's basically, all it says is that the DOT has to inspect the grade crossings in the state, which I think is a reasonable.
Can we,
That's a good issue
all
because,
right, yeah.
you know, what happens certain places, like what happened in Rockland County, and it happened not be with Metro North or New Jersey Transit, but CSX came in and we did a crossing, and he did it wrong. And now it's screwed up. And now to
So
get
which one is that?
Lake Road, Congress.
Oh,
And now to get things straightened out, you know, if this DOT could be forced to go in there and see what was done wrong, straighten it out with CSX, that would be great.
And they could do something about Commerce Street on the Harlem line.
Yeah.
That's something that really needs to be fixed.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Okay.
Commerce.
Are you going to propose this to Montreal Council as well? That they should send such a letter, or you don't think the issues are the same?
They're not, yeah, they're a little bit different.
Well, there's the Great Crossing
There's a
expert
sense-
right back
Yeah,
there.
there's sort of a sensitivity to grade crossings right now with Long Island because it's all tied up with third track. There's that.
Besides that,
Yeah.
there was a study done not too many years ago
Yeah.
of the 10 worst grade crossings in the United States,
Uh-huh.
5 of which are on the Long Island Railroad,
Yeah,
and 4 of them are on the main line.
yeah.
All right, so I would be
We
happy.
heard to send a letter.
And it also is a principal sponsor is a senator from Metro North Territory, so.
And an assemblyman, Tom Ambenanti.
Right.
Do you know him?
He's from Tarrytown.
No, he's from, is he Tarrytown?
Yep.
Do you know Tom Ambenanti?
Well, that's where his office is.
Oh,
I
okay.
do.
Okay, yeah, so he was there, he attended, and he also spoke at the press event. Luckily, we didn't have to stand behind him, we could just be there. Well, he did acknowledge us, which was fine.
Yeah.
All right, so then you can send the letter, you want to let
So
me look at it?
I'll send it to you before
Okay,
I send it.
all right, I know you'll do it, I still want to see it.
Yeah.
All right,
Great.
listen, if there's nothing else, I'm sorry that you, yes, go ahead.
Hey, Ray, did the NTSB ever determine what happened in Hoboken to the train?
It's been in all the newspapers, the train accelerated, how many seconds from?
38 seconds before the train came into the terminal, it had slowed down to 8 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, at that point, the train started to accelerate. When they got the event recorder out of the first car 6036, and it was functioning, and they saw the front camera, the train had accelerated to 21 miles an hour. They found that the engineer's throttle, until just about a half a second before it hit the bumper, was in run 4. So the engineer had actually pulled the throttle down halfway and started to accelerate the train. So there are certain questions that have to be answered. What happened? The engineer says he doesn't remember, and
Good answer.
for several reasons.
Yeah.
This happens to people when they do get into a colossal traumatic accident. They do forget, and so it could be the truth. But the other things is what the other crew members may have had a chance to respond because it was 38 seconds. It was a 4-car train, and that's still being investigated. And also, the bumper itself was probably goes back to before World War I, and didn't really do much. Really did not do much.
I thought the train went right over.
It went right over it.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
did.
The bumper didn't stop it. It didn't even
Didn't
hit
have
the
that big
bumper.
coil they got on the shuttle?
That doesn't mean
No.
anything, no, you need to have something like this where when it hits it, it locks.
It didn't have an anti-climb, it didn't have a cushion, and it was not designed to
I
absorb
would have
it.
safety
Yeah,
people, I
because the
mean,
shuttle has the big coil.
Right.
that it's-
Right,
yeah.
it doesn't.
it's like nobody bothered to take a look. I mean,
Yeah.
now I'm aware of it, but certainly there were people in safety who should have been looking, inspecting the
Right.
facilities.
Does anybody know what they're designed to take, what kind of force?
That I don't know, it's a good question.
They don't know.
I've asked that, so who
I have
knows?
heard, my understanding is there are no national standards for the bumpers.
That could be true.
It just, it's just whatever the railroads have put out.
Well, I've seen where they just take 2 rails and put them there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they've done that. There are some other things, though, that we know is, they did find out afterwards, they were able to get the brakes working. The brakes were working properly on the train. That they know, and they know that they've changed the operating rules now, effective October 8th. Now, when the trains approach Hoboken Terminal and other terminals similar, the conductor has to be in the front car with the engineer, and they have to read back and forth the signal aspects and
5 miles an
communicate.
hour.
Which Metro North has that, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought
Metro North had that for a period of time.
Yeah,
2011.
because they didn't have the dead man switch. Once they put the
Right.
dead
And
man,
they-
they
yeah.
needed it.
then they took it off when they made some changes. And
But
they
anytime the
they put some-
conductor is riding,
Yeah.
what they usually do is after they collect tickets, they just go into this coast-to-coast signals anyway.
You're right, that's your
Anytime
very,
they're in that cab, regardless for whatever reason it is, they're supposed to call signals. That's on every railroad.
yeah, but now it's
Required.
it's an operating rule effective October 8th.
And the unions get bent out of shape, so of course,
Well-
all kinds of extra.
It said the rules of the railroad are written in blood.
It was interesting because I did meet Steve Perkin at the New Jersey Transit Board meeting after that happened. He's the leader of that smart union.
His first reaction was, well, we can do that, but what are you gonna pay us? Which is,
He made
there's
some
no more
objections,
additional work.
but he didn't really object too strongly. That's what happened.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, but his initial reaction was,
Yes.
they're gonna have to do more work.
Yes,
More work.
you're absolutely correct, but he backed off.
As far as the bump block issue, the train was in push mode with the
Yes.
engine pushing
Right,
from the back.
yeah.
That's also a lot of force and a lot of weight.
Oh, yeah.
Right, it changes the
Basically, a
vectors.
bumper, yeah, bump block is basically to stop a runway, you know, a car rolling, not a train coming with full power.
But they still could have put one, with
Right.
modern, weight on.
But it went over it, and that's what probably caused more damage and probably ended up killing the woman.
Yeah, could have saved a
Because,
life, but.
because it just took all the supports down in the concourse, and it all came down, and some of it went right through the roof of the car, too.
Was she killed by the train or?
No,
Structure falling,
All the stuff falling on our head, because she was in the concourse,
Yeah.
and that's what
The
did it.
train ended up in the concourse also.
It's also possible if the train would have hit the bumper block, it could have jackknifed zigzag, so it's academic whether it would have.
Well,
wanted to
but
have
also-
gone one way or another.
Sometimes when it does hit the bumper, and I've been on a train when it did hit the bumper in Hoboken, it sometimes pushes it, and that gives it some give to.
But not at 20 miles an hour. I don't
20
think they're
miles an hour.
designed- I don't think the area
Yeah.
designed.
That was pretty.
Right,
Which
Right.
kind of defeats the purpose.
Okay, so.
But anyway, Rich, I was just to clarify, NTSB is not in charge of the investigation. This is a Federal Railroad Administration led investigation. So they may request NTSB technical assistance, but they're not leading it.
and not the Hoboken, I thought they were.
Well, the governor said they were, but I don't think
The
that's
governor
true.
also said that the conductor was operating the train.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I mean, the New York governor said
Yeah,
that.
the New York.
I think that's how they got out there is there was a news conference that Cuomo held at
Yeah,
one
it was in
point.
Hoboken, right after.
And he said the NTSB was gonna be leading it, but my understanding is it's really FRA that's leading the
Okay, that's
investigation.
But the NTSB, no matter what, they always wait a year before they publish a report.
Right, there's
They
a,
hinted things before, but
there's an initial report like 2 weeks out
Yeah.
that tell what the
Their
sort of the
initial
base
reaction.
the base facts, and then it takes
the
about a
official
year
is always a year.
put the full report out.
All right, our next meeting is November the 10th. It's a week earlier because of Thanksgiving. Oh, at the end of the year already. Okay, so,
11/10, that's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 days after election day.
Yeah.
Will this be a country after
Yeah.
election day?
Well, we'll see. I mean, I think
Exciting day.
I don't think we we don't have
I gotta tell you something
a
about,
problem with the feds here. The state will keep operating.
Bill, I gotta tell you something. Okay, people know today's my birthday. Okay, but November 10th is kind of an important birthday in my family. All my 3 sons had November 10th.
Wow.
as the birthday.
You have 3 sons all born on the
And
same
they're not
day?
triplets.
No, but my oldest son got the ultimate 3rd birthday present. Twin brothers.
Really?
Oh,
On his 3rd birthday, yes.
that's really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
How many families can say that?
Was the due date always like close to the same?
I don't know, but that's what happened.
So your firstborn son was born on November 10th.
And then on his 3rd birthday, he got the
He
He
ultimate
got
present. Twin brothers.
Twin
Oh,
brothers born
man.
on the same day.
Yeah, I mean, good and bad.
That's remarkable.
What is the odds of that?
One
buy
in
odds?
365.
No, a little bit more than that.
all right, if there's no
Anyway.
further discussion, I ask for a
I move to adjourn.
Adjourn.
Second.
All right,
And I-
thanks.
And I really thank everybody for calling in and being here.
Yeah, so we got a pretty good, we had most of our.
Okay.
And Sam, I have some ideas.
Thank you very
I'd like
much.
to do some cockamamie ideas.
All right.